In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb and Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb and Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
And welcome back to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show, where I don't realize how bright that window is behind me and how much I need to adjust for daytime content filming. Guys, when we do our show normally, it's nighttime over here, you know, like the sun has at least gone down, you know, and it's not a problem. The lighting's decent in here. Things are workable. And then I don't realize that as soon as I do this and move my head away from the camera, it's unbearable. So I gotta, like, you know, tilt my body the whole time I'm talking, you know, anyways. Well, guys, that's what you get here on a raw, unfiltered, lower budget crypto channel like ours. Just because we're lower budget for the moment doesn't mean that we're not the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. We are. Today, though, I might not be the most hydrated because I've just got water. And as we know, water is nowhere near as hydrating as beer. It's nowhere near as hydrating as serpent juice. What's up, John 316? You're my friend too, bro. This H2O is no. What's up, Bree? As we all know, water is nowhere near as hydrating as what our friend John 316 likes to call serpent juice. But I can't crack a beer on the channel today because it's Sunday. I have a prayer meeting to go to later, you know? It's a little thing in life called moderation, balance. Although I will say, let me get this banner up real quick. I will say that I saw this TikTok, and this guy was like, I saw a video that said, could you drink 100 beers in a month for $1 million? And he was like, that's the most ridiculous challenge I've ever heard of in my life. The reason why is because that's so easy. That's 3 beers a day, 4 on, you know, three beers a day. Pick one day to drink 4, and you'll drink 100 in a month. That is not that hard. And to win a water, exactly. Yeah, to knock that out in a month is like light work, especially for $1 million. Hey, Bree, I don't think you've seen my Great Wall of Taylor back here. Never mind the cat, but yeah, that is obviously a Taylor Swift book back there in the middle. But then those are 3 bottles of E.H. Taylor bourbon, so I call it the Great Wall of Taylor. Anyways, um, let me get the actual background up. Oh yeah, I mean I have this background here in order to remind myself. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. Tyler, I wasn't supposed to say his name. T Square usually does the introductions, but anyways, guys, smash the like button. It's the biggest way you can help support the channel. Share, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button to join the Brew Crew, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. And make sure you hit the notification bell. We don't have the ring-a-ding-ding because T-Square's not here today. He's taking some much-needed family time. But we do have the ring-a-ding-dong, right? The bigger version. He has a little bell. I got a big bell. Anyways, share my screen here, and guys, we will get rolling on some TA and cover the weekly close. Share screen. Okay, here we go. So, guys, on Lex Algo, here's what's coming down the pipe for Bitcoin. Usually I would cover news, but it's going to be a shorter show today, and we got to get through the TA because that's the main thing we're all here for, right? So, as I draw these lines on Lex Algo, and what I mean by that is let me try to show you a different time frame so you can see what I'm talking about. Lex Algo draws these lines for you, right? The dotted lines right here. What it does is it projects outward. So on this is on the 1 hour chart, and on this candle right here, what you see is a break of a trend line followed by a strong sell signal. Okay, let me get some of this stuff erased. Okay, so you've got the break of a trend line followed by a strong sell signal. I love seeing those trend line breaks and the sell signals back to back. Now, what I like to do in order to lock in these lines is I draw my, I just draw right on top of the lines that Lex Algo gives you. And on the 4 hour chart, I draw those yellow. On the daily chart, I draw those in white. So when I come back to the daily over here, these lines will actually go away and they'll redraw. See, you can see the dotted line up here. I drew the white line over this, okay? Now these lines will kind of go away and reprint, as more data comes in. But what I like to do is I like to draw over them and lock them in so that once they reprint, I keep the old lines there because they still end up really relevant. Like, look at this line right here. What ended up happening on that last pump to 73K was we came up here and we tapped right off of that line that I locked in, and we left tweezer tops up there at that line. We left two upper wicks right there at the trend line. We failed to get above the level of the trend catcher. I'll take that line off. The red line here is the trend catcher on Lex Algo. And we failed to get above that. We wicked off of that upper descending line of resistance, left tweezer tops up there, came down, and now on today's candle, which is about to close in a minute, we have broken below this trend line here, and any minute now Lex Algo is going to show a little B right here to show you that it's breaking the trend line. And it's going to show you that because this trend line is still valid. It's the one that it's the most current trend line on here that I've drawn over. So this one I can actually move out of its place because I can see where to bring it back. I won't move the other one because the dotted lines have gone away now, right? So 4 o'clock, it should be showing. Let me get off of this and onto another. Okay, let me come back. Maybe it'll show you the break, hopefully. It should come in any minute now, but I put a little B over there. Now here's what I'm seeing, guys. We've broken under this trend line. You can see this arrow that I drew the other day. I was telling you we're going to break under the trend line. And once that's confirmed, I mean, look, we had this buy signal come in here. It was a fake out. The way we knew it was a fake out was that the price did not reclaim the level of the trend catcher and eventually turn the trend catcher green. Right? Because here's our criteria for a buy signal. We get the green buy signal that comes in. Okay. Then Luxalgo prints a take profit level, which was up here at $80,000. But that take profit level is not in play unless this trend catcher turns from red to green, right? You can see back here. You can see back here when the trend catcher turned from green to red, right? We had a sell signal. Trend catcher was still green. The moment it turned red and confirmed, this was the free fall, guys. Like from, $90,000 down to 60. So this is powerful. These are powerful confirmations. They really are. Let me check up on the comments real quick. Oh, daylight savings time. The daily closes in an hour. Dang it. I forgot about that. But, okay, that explains why the signal didn't print. But look, do we think in the next hour that this candle is going to come up here and close above this trend line? I don't think so, personally. So here's what I'll do is if I'm off the stream before 5 o'clock, I'll try to post in the Discord as soon as this confirms. I'll post it there at 5. And that's going to tell us a lot, guys. Like, that break is probably going to be followed by a sell signal. Because now that we got, now that this buy signal came in, it was a fake out. Now we get a break of the trend line. We can get another sell signal to come in. And the trend catcher will already be red. And then it's going to give you a new take profit level for a short. Is what's going to happen, which I'm already entering. So let's see here. Hey, Real Matter Crypto says 710 subscribers. Right on, guys. Says tonight we were lucky. T Square was muted yesterday. That's the worst. That is the absolute worst to realize that you just talked to yourself for the last hour. Dang. Anyways, guys, if you have another coin that you want us to chart, go ahead and start dropping them in the comments at this point, because I'll look at some other time frames on Bitcoin, but I'll be wrapping it up here shortly. So we're going to break this trend line. The stochastic RSI is it's rounding this nice top, but it's still above neutral, so it still has a long ways to drop. Okay, so if you're thinking to trade to short the break of this trend line here. Down, I'm thinking below $60,000. Like, the stochastic RSI is showing you that there's still plenty of momentum underneath you. You're not really late to the short at this point. So the hyperwave, came up here, it flipped bearish. It's still above neutral, and it has a long ways to drop as well. Money flow has been strongly in the red this whole time, and it's not budging upward at all. Even on the move up to $73,000, it didn't do anything to the money flow. It's still bad. It's still deep red. And, the funny thing about that is that the confluence bar is not bright red down here. The confluence bar being bright red, like it is over here, shows you that the entire oscillator is agreeing on bearishness. Okay, so now this confluence bar down here can go from neutral back to bright red again. And now we have this newfound momentum underneath us to punch through $60,000. I'm thinking first stop would be, it depends if we attempt a bounce at the 200-week moving average, which is at $58,000. We could attempt a bounce there. I could also see us punch through to 54 and then try to go up and reclaim 58. Ultimately, I am looking for a bottom between $48,000 to $54,000, which is where I have the arrow drawn to. And it's this green line down here. And as some of you have seen me chart before, on the monthly, it represents the bottom of the bull flag that was being formed back here in 2024. The one that took forever to form, as we just ranged between about $48,000 to $70,000. It was an enormous bear flag. It took all year to build. Once we broke above it, which represented breaking the 2021 all-time high. Once we got above it, we were sailing to $100,000. So coming down here to 54 represents the bottom of the bull flag from 2024. Now, it represents the bottom if you're going by candlesticks. Like, look, I can take this bull flag and I can kind of go like that. Maybe call it a pen, I don't know. If I prefer to draw it from the candlesticks, and then to pretty much say, look, we did have these volatile wicks, below the flag down to $48,000. And so at this point, that's why I'm saying bottom between $48,000 and $54,000. At this point, the hyperwave is getting it's getting lower and lower every day. Look at what happened back here when the hyperwave was at the dotted line on the monthly. The last time we had hyperwave at the dotted line on the monthly was this price action back here. Guys, $15,000. Look at this, $15,000. Guys, I might not be the best technical analyst in the world, but this is some good charting. It might not be, it might not come to pass, but the predictive power of it might not, show right now. But this is at the very least good charting. And what is good charting, by the way? Good charting is just making observations. They have to be logically consistent observations, but good charting is just about making observations. And the observation I'm telling you right now is the last time this hyperwave was at the dotted line down here on the monthly was the bottom of the bear market. And so we still have a little bit to go, but look at the stochastic RSI down here at 0 on the monthly and tell me how you think that this hyperwave is going to get below the dotted line. Like, really, I mean, tell me how you think it's going to do this and just punch all the way below that dotted line when the Stokes are at 0 and the Stokes are showing there's nothing left to go underneath us in terms of momentum. Like, price is going to go lower. We all know this by this point. But, you know, as we are nearing a bottom, I believe. And that sounds like I'm saying contradictory things because I'm in short positions. I'm an advocate for shorting right now. I believe we're going to go lower, not just a little bit lower either. Like, it's going to be a significant move. Like, even 66 to 54 will have people panic, you know? If it ends up being 66 to 48 or whatever, or if we, you know, go to 54, we try to come reclaim 58 at the 200 weekly moving average, and then we go from 58 to 48. Like, however that plays out, like, that's going to have people like in full panic attack, right? I don't. As of right now, I don't know how we get much lower than that. The bottom is close, I think. You know, old BitBoy did say Bitcoin would never go below $47,000 again. Now, granted, he said that in 2021, and it definitely went below $47,000. But, you know, maybe he was right. Just expand your time horizon by 5 years. But maybe he was right. Put a +1 in the chat if you think BitBoy was right, that Bitcoin will never go below $47,000 ever again. I don't know. Call me crazy. I think it's possible. I actually think it's possible. If it does go below, there's no reason we should be surprised. But, like, you know. So yeah, I mean, you can look at the 4-hour, and then that will pretty much sum up Bitcoin for us today. So on the 4-hour, my yellow line right here is drawn over the 4-hour dotted line on Luxalgo. I'll give you another one there. So there it is, breaking out of the pattern, also breaking below the white line on the daily. You can see we attempted, in terms of momentum on the stochastics, we attempted to start recovering a little bit. We rolled over here. Hyperwave, we, you know, came over here, we crossed bearish. And this is all, you know, these confirmations are coming in on this 4-hour candle that is in motion right now. Now, we are starting to leave a little bit of a wick right here. So we'll see if another wick comes in and that tweezer bottoms or something. But ultimately, the daily close is going to tell the tale of the story. Or sorry, the weekly close. But the daily also, because that's where this line is drawn. It's going to tell the tale here when this break of the trend line comes in. It's going to be pretty apparent at that point that we're going to get another sell signal coming in and a fresh take profit signal coming in. I just realized I didn't actually look at the weekly close, just the daily close. So, ooh, that's nasty. Look at that. Look at this shooting star here. Let me get all my drawings off of the picture. See the wick? And see how the wick goes right up to the trend catcher and just Guys, that is a rejection. That's getting rejected harder than, harder than your high school crush did to you. Like, that is a nasty rejection. And it's leaving that long upper wick, that shooting star, I believe it's called. And that's just showing you that, again, look, this take profit down here on the weekly at $54,000 is in play. Actually, I'm gonna go add to my short right now after I saw that. Let's see. There you go. Just added like another $700 to my short. So, Aussie, good day, folks from Australia. The chart is screaming at me, buy, buy, buy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Buy, buy, buy. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I can get behind that, Aussie. But I will say, subscribe to the channel, though, if you haven't before. And become part of the Brew Crew, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. And by hydrated, I mean we're usually hydrating with beer. I just can't today because I got to do some church stuff today. But there you go. Welcome on in. Okay, he says USDT and oil. Let's do it. USDT.D, I'm sure is what you mean. And yeah, look, tether dominance is going to go up here, right? So you're seeing the opposite. I'm still on the weekly, but you're seeing the opposite of that shooting star that we saw in Bitcoin. Like, look, tether dominance. I will say it's overbought, so I don't like that, but it's doing the literal opposite, though. It came down here, left this long lower wick off of the trend catcher, and now it can aim higher, and I'm definitely thinking that, this take profit is in play, which would be a 13% move for tether dominance. And as more dominance moves into tether, what does that mean? It means dominance is coming out of Bitcoin and altcoins, and it's going into tether. So, hey, that means selling. That means people are tethering off, right? Okay, oil. Let's see, oil. Thank you for saying oil. Francisco, I meant to trade oil like right when the news of the Iran strike happened, and I just didn't do it. But man, I would have been up on that one. Let's see here. Okay, here's crude oil. This does look like a gap. This is a futures gap right here on oil. Now, I don't know how gaps behave on oil, though. I don't know the asset like that. Like I know how gaps behave on Bitcoin because it's a big talking point in the space. But I can't really buy this, though, because, look, it's so overheated. And Stokes are overbought. Hyperwave is overbought. Granted, if we just go into some kind of catastrophe, then yeah, it's just going to defy logic, right? And it'll moon like your favorite shitcoin, but it's just a really hard sell to like bank on that happening. You know what I mean? Talk about a god candle on the monthly. We get over here to the daily, like that's overheated too. On the daily, this thing is like the hyperwave is like at 100. It can't get any higher than that. Weekly, everything's. I can't long this. I can't justify longing this. Yeah. What does oil look like on the weekly, 2-weekly, and monthly? Yeah, that's what I showed on the weekly. You know, the hyperwave is up here at 100. I'll pull the 2-week. Same basic thing. I mean, it's not as overbought on the 2-week. It is overbought though. Stokes are overbought. Hyperwave is overbought. You know, look at how harshly it punched into the reversal cloud right here. Like, when does this close? How can I see when it's going to close? So it opened on the 2nd, is that right? So we go from the 9th, and then it would go, you know, basically 14 days. It would go to the 16th. Yeah, I mean, if it kind of hangs out around here or keeps kind of edging up, like until the 16th, and then it cools off a little bit. If it can cool off and not give up this whole candle, then maybe you can get another entry point, and it can cool off. And then by that point, here's why I want to know when it'll close, because on the 16th, the 2-week is going to give you it's going to give you a take profit signal for this strong buy signal that came in here. Okay. On the weekly, the weekly buy signal gave you a take profit between $104 and $111. And like we're just already in that range. So like you hit your take profit more, what more do you want? That's when you need to chill out, like stay on the sidelines, don't trade, don't FOMO in, don't trade off of emotion, watch what happens, wait for a pullback. Like all of those emotional fundamentals when it comes to trading is what you have to exercise here, because it already hit your take profit. What more do you want it to do right now? You know, I'm not saying you, Cisco, like I'm talking to myself really, but yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at with oil. I should have traded it when I wanted to trade it, you know, but you can't fix a mistake by like, you know, making another mistake. I will say on the monthly, guys, when this monthly closes, it's going to give, look at how the trend catcher turned green. Like, you know, we have okay, depending on your time horizon, I don't hate scaling into a long right now. I just think it's going to go down before it goes up. I think you're going to get a better entry if you don't FOMO in. I think you're going to get a better entry at like, you know, maybe below 100 again. And the thing is, if you're leveraging it, that's the problem, right? Like, you can't 10x leverage this when the Stokes and the Hyperwave are grossly overbought on the daily and the weekly. You 10x leverage this and it goes down $10, which is not crazy after a move like this, and you get liquidated on that. Like, either wait for a pullback if you're going to leverage it like that, or if you're like spot trading or very, very low leverage trading, then look, you can scale into this right now. I don't hate the scale in at this, because I do think that over the next year, oil is just going to kind of keep picking up. Like, look, you have monthly strong buy signal, trend catcher turned green. So after the monthly closes, it's going to give you fresh take profit signals. They're going to be way up here. And you also, it's breaking a trend line. Like, Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the scale in here because it's going to pump, it's going to cool down, it's going to pump again, and it's going to cool down, it's going to pump again, it's going to cool down, you know. But this is probably this is trend reversal territory, I think, and unless you think, well, this is a lower low, but no, I would argue though that, like, look, there's the downtrend. There's the downtrend. We broke it, we retested it, we blasted off of it. Okay, so this is trend reversal territory. And you look at the money flow, and the money flow is getting so tight down here on the monthly for oil, and the money flow is going to move into the green. Once the money flow moves into the green, like, oil could have green money flow like this for the next year. So guys, I mean, hey, it was nice while it lasted, but gas prices, I don't know. Over here in California, like $5, over $5, like, is probably what we're looking at. When things cool down, oil will go back to 64-ish, says Jolenberg. Oil looks like a meme coin, right? In 2022, starting in March, oil was high till early June. Yeah, dang. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't hate the scale in here too long. It's just, like, you can't 10x leverage a candle like that. I mean, going down $10 is not crazy. I guess it would have to go down 10% is what I mean. Still not crazy. Jasmine, he says. Let's look at Jasmine. Jazz me, jazz you, jazz him. Jazz me. It's better than Pepe, I'll tell you that much. I'd buy Jasmine before I bought Pepe, wouldn't you guys? I don't even have to chart it. Like, just off of principle, I'd buy Jasmine before Pepe. For the time being, though, like, look, it's not good. You've got trend line break coming in here on the daily. So, trend line break, hyperwave rolled over, money flow still in the red, confluence bar just turned bright red, Stokes are going down. Like, why wouldn't it take that move down here to the take profit number one at 0.00379 for a move of 28%? Yeah, that's gonna happen. Like, just put that one in your books. That's gonna happen. Says these last 2 years have been coming in hot for real. Shipping problem, not supply issue or production at the moment. Well, yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I get it, but how long is that shipping problem going to go on? There's no way to know. I mean, like, look, if anyone else gets involved with this, if China gets involved, guys, like, I don't mean to be like super doomsday, but this is the stuff that real crises are made out of. And it could send gas prices to $10. Like, people may have to make real decisions pretty soon about, hey, I can't drive other than absolute essentials. Work, groceries. It's a real thing that could happen. But I do agree, like, there will be a resolution at some point. We'll get a reprieve, and then the fact that there isn't a supply issue will bring things back into balance. But for the time being, it can get bad, and it's still, there's still some room for it to get worse, in my opinion. So there you go. March 2022 all-time high, $129. Hey, I'm gonna look for a scale. I'm gonna look for an entry point on oil. I can tell you that much. It might run away from me, and I might not get it. I might forget to enter. I might, whatever. But I'm gonna look for an entry point. So there you guys go. I think that's gonna cover it for today. If I come back to Bitcoin, I'll just reiterate our takeaways real quick. So you come back to Bitcoin and you've got the break of the trend line. We're going to get a fresh sell signal coming in. It's going to give us a new take profit level. And when you go to the weekly, that's the writing on the wall. Let me get rid of all my drawings again. Not hide everything, just hide my drawings. What are you doing? Okay. Like that, this tells the tale right here. Like the rally was nothing but a bull trap. We left this shooting star, this long upper wick. The fact that it came exactly to the trend catcher is how you know, like, look, the trend is still in control. The trend is your friend until it ends, right? That's how you know. Came right up to the trend catcher, and then it just reversed. It couldn't do it. It threatened where the trend is at right now, and it utterly failed at that level, and so that tells you it's going lower. Like, do we not think this wick is gonna fill back here at $60,000? I don't know what else to tell you. Like, that long upper wick, guys, this is just hide my stuff again, guys. This is all you need to know for the Bitcoin weekly close right now. Like, that shooting star is telling you we're going to go at least fill that wick at $60,000. If we're going to do that, why won't we go hit the 200 EMA at 58? And is the 200 EMA or the 200 MA at 58 going to hold? I don't know, but you can at least play this down to that level for right now. So we'll get more data when we see once we do see a sell signal come in on the daily, a fresh sell signal with a new take profit level. But I'm still calling for a 48K to 54K bottom. If more data comes in down the road, we'll adjust that if we need to. But for right now, 48K to 54K. And guys, it may try to bounce at the 200-week moving average. It may, but we'll have to take that as it comes. So there you go. And guys, there it is. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show, where we are undisputedly the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. And as always, thank you guys to everyone in the chat that makes this community what it is every single day. Thank you, Jolenberg. No community is more than its members. So, thank you, Jolenberg. Thank you, Banana Republic. Thank you, Francisco Santos. Thank you, John 316. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Real Meta Crypto. Thank you, Breezy Golf. Thank you, Pepe. Vision Post Fat Boy. He needs to change his handle to Vision Post Bit Boy. So there you guys go. Cheers.